It's okay.
Sure.
Thanks.
How much are the boys looking forward to the visit Dundee at the weekend?
Well, obviously, when you're doing well, or reasonably well, the training's good and everyone's upbeat. And apart from the known injuries like Andy Considine, you get fewer injuries when the team's doing well. Everybody's wanting to be involved. So this morning's training was very bright, as it has been. It invariably is with Archie in charge, and clearly. Well, I don't say to them, you're looking forward to Saturday, but you can tell the body language is excellent here. The only thing is a goal against us can change that. But we've proved if that happens that there's a capability to respond. And that's probably the best thing so far this season, the ability to come back. And you can understand that my message every game is, why are we having to fight back? Make it to the opposition that's to fight back. If we can get into the lead and consolidate, I think will be hard to compete with. But too often we've had to come back from a goal down, as we had to do last week. In Motherwell we came back from 2 down. So there's a disposition to Kilmarnock, we came from a goal down. There's a disposition to try to get ahead rather than have to fight back.
There's a pressure on the Dons going into this game, because people are going to be expecting the form you're in and the form Dundee's in. They're going to be expecting you to pick up 3 points.
Well, I think that's an unfair expectation, because no game in this league is a straightforward one. And it's true that Dundee are at the bottom, but they're better than that. They're better than the points they've got. And the message I'll be giving our players is they went to Tynecastle and beat Hearts. Now that's something we haven't done for a while. So they managed to accomplish that. So any team that can do that has got to be respected. We respect every team, and particularly Dundee team. I really think their management team is good, and their players are very experienced. Their youngest player, I don't know, might be 26 or something like that. There's not a youngster in that team. When you see the team that's been playing recently for Dundee, and some of them have got vast experience, far more experience than we have, at good level. And if you take the goalie, take Big Rab, whom I know well, and Lockwood at fullback, 250 games or thereabouts for Leyton Orient, and before that he was at Bristol City. There's a lot of experience in their football team, so experienced guys can lift their game when they have to, and particularly when they come here. And there's, I would have hope anyway, a good atmosphere that will boost Dundee. So we've got to be right on the ball, otherwise we could suffer.
You mentioned Andy Considine there, Craig. Is there any update? Is it looking like a long time for Andy being out?
I can't quote with cameras on what David will tell you. David's reply to I knew you'd ask me, so I said to the physio, what's the update on Andy? David will give you the answer. He really said there is no news in addition to the news we've got, which means at the moment he's in a boot, they call it, an inflated plaster around the ankle, which you take off for treatment. If it's a fixed plaster, you don't do that. So that means the medical people at the moment don't think it merits a solid plaster cast, and they think it may be the remnants of a previous injury that's just been aggravated recently because of a knock on it. And if that's the case, it'll be good news. It'll be a quick recovery, we hope.
Is it looking like a couple of weeks maybe then?
Well, I wouldn't try telling Davy Wiley that. Davy's very protective of medical confidentiality, but also he gets irked because I ask him every minute of the day, how's this one, how's that one? And he's a growler.
Can I ask you about Gary Naismith?
Yes.
He played a couple of nights ago, by all accounts. It was the 60 minutes he played. Can he come into contention for the game this weekend? Yes,
he'll be in contention. There's no question of that. I think he'll be in the squad. Now we've got to then refine the squad to a starting 11 and substitutes. So when I counted the bodies, we have only 19 bodies. So he's in the 19 fit ones.
It must be great welcoming back that kind of experience
back
into the squad.
Absolutely, yeah. Dressing room as well as on the pitch. outstanding, a character and a motivator. So we're lucky we've got guys like Gary here and Russell Anderson and Gavin Ray, Stephen Hughes with the experience that they have. It's excellent to have them around the club, and he most certainly makes a good impact about Aberdeen Football Club.